Guys, this has to be one of the strongest self-wigging card tricks ever. It's one of my favorites. You can do it anytime, anywhere. There's no setup, there's no sleight of hand, and it absolutely destroys. So you're gonna get someone to remove the 4 aces, but for speed, I'm gonna do this for back as I can. So 4 aces, you get them removed, and you can have the deck shuffled up like this. And then you're gonna get the spectator to pick a lucky card. So they can cut wherever they want, flip them over like that, and you say, fantastic, the first card that we come to, that's the lucky card. And hopefully that's gonna be lucky later on. But for now, I'm gonna make some piles of cards on the table, and we're gonna be losing the aces in the deck. So if we make just roughly equal piles, we'll make a few piles here. I think that should be pretty good. Now you can ask the spectator to pass you one of the aces. So they pass you the ace of hearts. They put it in the middle. They put it on this pile, and they can cut any amount of cards from here and bury that ace. So even they don't know where that ace is now in this pile. They're going to do the same again with another ace. So say the ace of clubs. They can cut any amount of cards from here, and again, they genuinely don't know where the ace is, so they can be cutting anywhere at this point. Then you do the lucky card face up. I'll explain why that's face up in just a second. Next, they take another ace, they put it face down, they cut any amount of cards from here, they lose that ace in the pack, so even they don't know where it is. And then finally, the ace of spades goes on top. All of these cards are gathered up. So the spectator has now lost the aces in the deck. Not only that, they can actually cut the cards as well. So they can mix the cards, they can cut the cards, give the cards as many cuts as they want, and the cards can even be mixed like this. So it's a complete mess. I mean, it looks so fair. Remember, the spectator has lost the aces wherever they want, they've cut the cards themselves, and you say, fantastic, check this out. Hopefully, this is going to be a lucky card. It's kind of like an insurance card, and we'll get back to that in a second. But the aces, even though you lost them anywhere you wanted in the deck, they're very obedient. All we need to do is to spell out the names. That is ACEOFCLUBS, and we would have the ace of clubs. That is ACEOFHEARTS, we have the ace of hearts. ACEOFSPADES, we have the ace of spades. And finally diamonds, ACEOFDIAMONDS, well, it's close, it's the 2. But that doesn't count, does it? Well, that's where our emergency card comes in. Now remember, you chose this card at random at the start of the trick, but it is a 10. And if we were to take these cards and count down 10, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is all 4 aces. Literally the best version of this trick I've ever seen. You guys are gonna love it. Let's get into it. It is the strongest version of this trick I've ever seen. So if you like it, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss tricks like this every single week. And also, if you also think this is probably the strongest version of this trick that you've ever seen, magicians especially, let me know in the comments down below. If you know a stronger version, also put that in the comments, because I'd love to see it. But so far, I think this is the best, hands down. So, what we're going to do is, again, this can be done from borrowed shuffle deck. The only thing you need to do is before you start, you need to remove a joker, right? Let's get rid of that. So in other words, we've got now a 53 card deck. So we've just got a deck of cards and 1 joker in the deck. Okay, that's the only thing. Mathematically, that makes it work. So I started by doing this fancy production of the 4 aces. I'll be honest, I just did that to get your attention. You don't have to do that. You can just go through and remove the aces. If you would like to learn that 4 ace production, that's something that I teach in my Vault membership, and I'm going to put that in the pinned comment down below. But let's assume you're not going to do that. You're just going to go through and remove the aces. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going through, and as I find the aces, I'm going to be putting them down. But also the other thing that I need to do is I need to cut a 10 to the top of the deck. So as I'm going through to remove the aces, if I spot a 10 like this, I'll just cut all of these cards underneath, so that 10 now becomes the top card, because we're going to force that card later. So, but it just looks like you're going through the cards and you're just removing the aces. Now mine are all together because I've literally just done the trick for you. So it looks like you've just gone through and removed the aces. Secretly, you've cut a 10 to the top of the deck, and you are now ready for the force. All right guys, so remember we've got our 10 secretly on top of the deck here. We're going to force this on the spectator. This is a version of the cut deeper force. It's a super slimline version of that force. So you're going to offer the cards to the spectator and ask them to cut wherever they want, to turn that packet face up and drop it back on top of the deck. If that happened, by the way, I'd just use that card. We need a 10. Let's imagine that it didn't, because that was super lucky, right? What you do at that point is you just turn all of the cards over like this, you'd spread them, and then you say the first card, the card that you cut to, we're going to use that. That'll be your lucky card, and we get the 10. And you explain that's a lucky card, we'll use that later on. So now you force the 10 and you're ready to get into the sequence where we lose the aces in the deck. Quick one guys, if you like self-working card tricks like this, I've put together a collection of the strongest self-working card tricks I've ever found. I don't teach these ones on YouTube. They're designed to get insane reactions with literally zero effort, like no skill whatsoever. So if you want to check that out, I've put that in the pinned comment down below, and right now it's at the lowest price it's ever been. Right, let's get back to this one. All right guys, so this is the sequence where we lose the aces in the pack. Now, you have to lose the aces in a specific order. You also have to make sure that there are a certain number of cards in each pile, and it's super easy to remember the order, so simple. So the way that I do it is you're going to form 5 piles of cards, and they're going to be a pile of 10, a pile of 10, a pile of 9, a pile of 10, and a pile of 9, all right? It's super easy to do. All you're going to do is I'm going to be pushing the cards. I don't want to do like this, yeah, because it looks like I'm counting. It looks really obvious. So what I do, with a little bit of practice and a nice new deck of cards, right, make sure you're using a good deck, is you can just, when you practice, you can practice just pushing off a group of 3. So I push off a group of 3, a group of 3, a group of 3, and 1. That's 10 cards, right? And I put that down as the first pile. It shouldn't look like you're counting. It should just like you're grabbing a random amount of cards. But I'm going to do that again. So 3, 3, 3, 1. That's 10. All right, that goes down. Pile number 2. Now a pile of 9. So 3, 3, and 3. All right, they go down. Now a pile of 10. 3, 3, 3, and 1. And you'll just be left with 9 cards because we took that that second joker out. There's now just 9 cards, and that goes there. Now, this is a fantastic principle in Magic. It's absolutely brilliant. It's called a free cut principle. Absolutely love it. It's so deceptive. I've added a couple of things to this. So you need to put the aces in this order or it won't work. You're going to start with the ace of hearts, right? You ask the spectator to put the ace on the first packet, and then they can cut any number of cards from here, the packet to the right of it, and drop it on top. Now what I like to do at this point is spread these out, and you say, not even you know where the ace is. It's just a little touch, but I think it looks really, really nice because they genuinely don't, and it looks lost. So ace of hearts next, ace of clubs onto the second packet, cut from the third packet. They can cut however many cards they want, it doesn't matter, and they put it on there. And again, you can spread this out and say the ace of clubs is lost. Now you do the lucky card. We'll leave that card face up because that's going to be a kind of marker, and that'll reset the cards in a second. Next, you're going to do the ace of diamonds. Okay, so diamonds goes on top of this packet. Again, they can cut however many cards, just a completely free cut, hence the name, free cut principle. And again, I can spread these out and show that it's lost. That little spread makes all the difference. It's such a nice little touch, that. And then the ace of spades goes on top of this one. And then you're going to gather the cards from right to left. So putting each pile on top of the next like so. So you end up like so. So now you can actually get the spectator to give the cards as many single cuts as they want. So they can cut the cards like so, give the cards a cut. They can do this as many times as they want. Now this is optional. I said it was completely self-working. It will be if you skip the Charlier Shuffle. It's completely self-working. But if you like to throw in the Charlier Shuffle, then I'll walk you through that right now. All right guys, so the Charlier Shuffle is a really nice touch to put in here. Like I say, you don't have to do it, but if you want to include it, it's a nice little bit of deception. If you don't know the Charlier Shuffle, all you're going to do is you're going to push a group of cards into your right hand. Now your left hand's going to do all the work here. So push a group of cards into your right hand. Now you're going to push a group of cards from the bottom of your left hand to the top of this packet. Okay, just a group, and then a group from the top to the bottom of this packet, then from the bottom of here to the top of this packet, then from the top here to the bottom of this packet, vice versa, bottom to top, and then top to bottom. Okay, so that's the Charlier Shuffle, and if you speed it up, it looks like you're just randomly mixing the cards. Now you might have to go over this section a couple of times just to get this down, but it's the equivalent of just cutting the cards like so, but it looks really deceptive. That's a nice little addition to follow. So now we are going to be revealing the aces. To do that, we need to explain that the 10 is our lucky card. You're gonna basically go through the cards like so. When you find your 10, we're gonna be cutting the cards at that point. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna separate my hands here, put the 10 down, and now the cards that were on top, I'm gonna put them underneath these cards. So we've secretly cut the deck. And that has now put these cards into order so that they can be spelled out. So now, you just have to spell out the aces in chased order, which is clubs, hearts, diamonds, spades. So we spell the ace of clubs, A-C-E-O-F-C-L-U-B-S. We get the ace of clubs. Ace of hearts, A-C-E-O-F-H-E-A-R-T-S. We get the ace of hearts. Ace of spades, A-C-E-O-F-H-E-S-P-A-T-E-S. That's why I failed at school. That's why I became a magician. Can't spell for toffee. Right, and then the final one is obviously going to mess up, right? So you spell ace of diamonds, A-C-E-O-F-D-I-A-M-O-N-D-S, and you miss, right? So now all that needs to happen is these cards need to go on top of these. You drop these on top, like so. This goes underneath. And then the 10, you can either leave on the table or I put it, you explain that as a number 10, it was a free selection before we even started the trick. You count down 10 cards, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you get the final ace. Guys, this is an awesome trick. Best version of this trick, hands down, I've ever seen. If you love self-working card tricks, don't forget I've got the collection of some of the best in the world. I've put that in the pinned comment down below. And if you're moving beyond self-working card tricks and you want to start to learn sleight of hand, you want to check out my Vault membership. Covers some awesome sleight of hand card techniques, and I'll put that in the pinned comment also. Thanks a lot, guys. I will see you soon in the next